All right then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Space. So in today's video, we are going to cover Kaspa and its recent price action, and I'm going to give you my personal predictions for this bull cycle. So if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And now, without any further ado, let's hop into the Kaspa itself. So Kaspa is currently trading at 10 cents of a dollar, with market cap currently sitting at 2.2 billion USD, and 24-hour trading volume sits at 11 million USD. So as we can see over here on the 24-hourly time frame, Kaspa is pretty much experiencing a sideways price action. However, I do believe that these are pretty much last weeks, perhaps 2-3 months in my personal opinion, to scoop up Kaspa or any other crypto project that you guys believe in. So let's first of all have a look over here on a yearly. As we can see over here, Kaspa is up 1,300, well, almost 1,400%. But that obviously, in my opinion, is just the beginning for Kaspa. Okay, so let's have a look at Kaspa short term before I'm going to show you my vision for the future if it comes to Kaspa. So as we can see over here on the 4-hourly time frame, Kaspa is pretty much printing constantly ever since this major all-time high for Kaspa. It's printing lower lows, which is obviously a bearish scenario. However, I don't think this is going to last for long. So if I'm going to zoom in over here, yes, we do look bearish, that is true, but as we can see over here, Kaspa is holding strong over here in terms of that level of resistance. However, if we are going to lose that level of resistance, we could expect a drop to, let's say, 9 cents of a dollar, or perhaps drop to this level over here, which is also 9 cents of a dollar as well. And I do believe that it's not going to hurt too much, because we are still pretty much going to hopefully stop on that trend line that is leading us back to, beginnings of Kaspa. Let me zoom it out now on the weekly so I can show you things into the perspective. So as we can see over here, we are still holding over here on that line on the trend line, and obviously that candle is going to close in 6 days, so we do have to make sure that we keep up with Kaspa updates here on the channel in order to be aware of what is going on. So before I'm going to continue and let you know what I'm thinking in terms of Kaspa, what kind of price levels it might see this bull cycle, I will show you a couple of charts in order to put ourselves into perspective of where we are in this bull cycle. I do believe that all of these charts that I'm going to show you are pretty much signaling that these are last moments to accumulate Kaspa. So first of all, Bitcoin, right? If we are going to look at 2016, 2020, and 2024, we pretty much see that breakout out of the Wyckoff accumulation zone, right? We've got a bit of a dip on the way. We've got that major retest over here in that green zone, and after that we do experience parabola, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to see parabola right away, right? As I said, we could see a little bit of pullback in that zone. However, I do believe if we are going to leave that zone in April, we are going to see much bigger prices for Kaspa and of course for other cryptocurrencies as well. So we've got 68 days until Bitcoin halving, and we are still early in terms of investing for Kaspa, guys. So that is bullish in my opinion. It's definitely better to scoop up Kaspa right now rather than jumping and FOMOing into crypto like some people that are not pretty much following the news and stuff. All right then, and also that chart over here, as we can see, 2014, 2018, we've pretty much been rolling up in accumulation zone, and after that we saw a bit of a consolidation, and then entry to the green zone was a parabola, just same as in 2018, 2021. Again, there was a consolidation before entering that green zone, and as we can see over here, we've got only green candles over here. So it is definitely in the cards that we could experience some pullback, but as I'm saying, in my personal opinion, I do believe that these are last chances to scoop up some Kaspa if it's going to dip, let's say, even lower, right? Because anything might happen, right? It could even dip to 8 cents of a dollar, right? So if I'm going to pull up a Fibonacci tool and draw it from that swing high over here, as we can see over here, we could technically drop roughly to that 0.618 zone on Fibonacci retracement, and that would be definitely a beautiful opportunity to scoop up Kaspa before it's going to fly. But okay, I'm going to show you a couple of different things, and then finally I will let you know what I see. Alright then, so halving is coming in April, and this chart marks where Bitcoin locates before after halving according to the upper and lower bands. So as we can see over here, according to this chart, Bitcoin could see 240,000 USD. However, I do believe that because of the shock supply and everything, and of course ETFs and old money, traditional money coming like never before into crypto, I do believe that Bitcoin is going to see major injection. Obviously, if BTC is going to see much bigger injection and much bigger prices than 240,000 USD, Kaspa is going to definitely follow, right? So just a quick reminder, we are in a green zone, so we can still accumulate and not be worried about, you know, paying high prices for our Kaspa. Of course, you know, buying Kaspa, for example, at these levels, right, that's obviously much better. However, I don't think that this is late for Kaspa. So let's have a look over here on the Kaspa dashboard, right? I know that many of you are probably thinking that, you know, in that 4, 2 or whatever 1 day, you were expecting a huge, you know, surge in terms of a price for Kaspa, but it doesn't really work that way, right? You know, especially like if we are going to compare it to BTC, for example. So right after the halving, we don't necessarily see a huge spike in terms of the price. It takes a while, right? Especially for Kaspa, we do have to be patient as well. The only benefit over here is that we got the card in rewards every single month. So I have calculated a couple of things over here. So if the reward is being cut 8 Kaspas less every single month to the miners, let me pull out the calculator for you guys. And now we got a current reward of 131 Kaspa for mining, right? So if I'm going to divide it by 8, that's going to be 16 months roughly, right? Which is going to coincide from now, 16 months, that is going to be roughly around June 2025. So from here, right, of course, it could be much more, right? It could see a price of $5 roughly, right? However, if that cutting is going to be complete in terms of the rewards, right, we could see a major pump right after that because of the supply shock factor, right? So we could see, it all depends when the bull cycle is going to, you know, experience the downtrend, but we could see, no, definitely not 40, but let's say $20. And I know that, you know, many of you might call me crazy, but, you know, Kaspa, it's totally different type of a crypto, especially when it's so similar to Bitcoin. It all depends if also Bitcoiners are going to jump into Kaspa because it has similar features. I do believe Kaspa cannot lose definitely this bull cycle. So let's have a look at last 2 charts, guys, and then we are going to calculate our potential profits for Kaspa. All right, so this would be the first time in BTC's history that 200 EMA weekly crosses bullishly with 100 SMA. So something that many people don't have on their radar. So that could be nothing, but I don't think that's nothing, right? Like based on everything that we are seeing over here on these charts, guys, it looks like we are ready for major rally. So if you're in crypto, altcoins are there to outperform Bitcoin. The question is when to buy them and when to sell them. So buying the bottom and selling the top is almost impossible. That's why you need to watch the altcoin cycles. So as we can see over here, according to that chart, we could see 6.5 trillion USD in terms of market cap for alts. So that would also, that date would be roughly in 2025. And that would kind of coincide with my little calculations over here for Kaspa, right? So the question is, what do you guys think? Do you think $5 is more realistic, or after that supply shock for Kaspa, we could see much bigger prices as a last final pump in 2025 for Kaspa? And right now, let's have a look over here. So let's say if we are going to invest $1,000 in Kaspa, And if we are going to buy at current prices of 10 cents of a dollar, and let's say price is going to be $5, obviously no brainer, $49,000 of a profit, right? However, if we are going to play around and put more money into it, that is going to be 10,000 USD, we could see a profit of almost $500,000. So I do definitely believe that Kaspa is a good investment, not a financial advice, of course. And yeah, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Thank you very much for watching the video. Hope that you enjoyed it, and peace and love crypto.